Saturday, April 4th. Good morning, everyone. Ooh, how could I slip in that good part? Hey, after my rant last night, slept like a baby. Yeah, a baby with a full diaper, that is. If you ever had a baby with a full diaper, they don't take their naps, they don't sleep well. Nevertheless, your flexible, fluid, and most humble messenger is up early and at it again. I hope by now you guys got to see my rant regarding the KX13 news, quote-unquote, show. Yeah. Did you check out the link? I think Brian at High Impact Blogs did a most excellent job. So I hope you check that link out. Go back one video if you haven't. Check the links. People, you got to step to speed. So I'm in a particular mood where I just feel like kicking someone around, and who better than kick around than the voice of terror, none other than Mr. Bill Gates.
Germany broadcasting, people of Britain, greetings from the Third Reich. This is the voice you have learned to fear. This is the voice of terror. Again we bring you disaster, crushing, humiliating disaster. It is folly to stand against the mighty wrath of the Fuhrer. Do you need more testimony of his invincible might to bring you to your knees? Very well. Are you ready, Operative Number 7? This is the voice of terror. The secret airplane factory, somewhere in England. Listen, the screams of the dying can still be heard. This is the voice of terror. Are you there, people of Britain, shivering in your cellars? Listen, Operative 41. The fuse is lighted. Oil to fuel your navy, to feed your tanks. There it goes up in smoke by the...
Oh yeah, Operative Number 7. I think it's that Dr. Fauci, isn't it? Yeah, Operative Number 7. Bill Gates, voice of terror. Okay, so, as luck would have it, or should I say, as bad luck would have it, I stumble across Bill Gates on Fighting Coronavirus, the Daily Social Distancing Show. Wow, what a name for a show. The Daily Social Distancing Show. Holy smokes. I'm going to try to make a few comments on this, people. Bear with me.
Welcome to the Daily Social Distancing Show.
It's great to be on.
Let's jump straight into the first question that everybody would want me to ask. You delivered a TED Talk where you predicted pretty much what is happening now. Now, thanks to the world we live in, that has sprouted a bunch of conspiracy theories, everything from Bill Gates invented this virus to prove himself right, or he knew it was going to happen and that's why he said it. Was that TED Talk about this virus, or was that a hypothetical that has now come true?
Well, I didn't know specifically that it'd be coronavirus and that it would hit in late 2019.
Oh, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation was the third co-sponsor of Event 201, October 2019. Yeah, that's late 2019. You knew, Billy. And, hey, this dude that's doing the interview, conspiracy theories? Seriously? Well-documented facts. I mean, these guys are shills. Carry on, Bill.
But the goal of the talk was to encourage governments to make the investments so we could respond very quickly.
Who's we, Bill? So we can respond very quickly? You carrying a turd in your pocket? Who's we?
And keep the case numbers very, very low. And so sadly, this is not a case where, I feel like, hey, I told you so. Because we didn't use that time when it was clear as the biggest threat to kill millions of people, to have the diagnostic standing by, to be ready to ramp up a vaccine factory.
Oh, Mr. Vaccine. Yes. Geez, you wouldn't have any vested interest in vaccine factories, would you, Bill? And listen, there's got to be somebody that's smarter than me out there that has some kind of degree in psychology, psychiatry. You notice he keeps using that we? I mean, the Billionaire Club? Seriously? Is that what George Carlin referred to as the big club and we ain't in it? Keep going, Billy.
A few things were done. Some countries, our foundation funded some work that will help with the vaccines now, will help with the diagnostics.
Some countries. This guy's worldwide. Mr. Jet Setter, you get around.
But, most of what was called for, particularly in a New England Journal of Medicine article I did that went into way more specifics than I could in a...
New England Journal of Medicine. Why does that sound familiar? Oh yeah, your running mate, Dr. Demento. Little man, Pucci. Didn't he just publish something back there on the 26th of March? You want to bring that up, huh? I gotta check the date on this here video. April 2nd. Yeah, you knew about it by then, Bill.
A short TED Talk. Those things didn't get done, and so that's why it's taking us a long time.
Taking us a long time.
To get our act together faced with this threat.
Do you notice it's we and us? But guess what? Carlin's right. You and me, we're not in it. It's we and us. God damn.
Here's a question I have. As an individual, how is it that you, as a non-government, knew this information and knew that it needed to be acted on, and governments and organizations that are specifically tasked with protecting people from this very thing either didn't have the information or ignored it? What do you think happened there? Because I know...
I got to break in here. Government agencies that are tasked with protecting the public. Really? Can't protect ourselves. We need the government. You know, Froggy needs no master. A sub of mine painfully sits through all the governor's afternoon Corona Mona updates. And by God, I went through one of them. And you get down to the question and answer session, and somebody asked the gov, why aren't you doing more? Other states are locking us down. Why is North Dakota so wide open? Can you believe what we're up against, people? I warned you. I warned you in a previous video. Hey, the enemy may not be the government. The enemy may not be their standing army of enemy combatants. The enemy might be our own neighbors. Okay, Bill, let's go.
You interact with governments, you talk to organizations like the CDC, like the WHO.
Do you guys talk to the CDC and the WHO? Write them a letter, make a phone call, see what response you get. It's we and us versus the you and me's.
What went wrong?
Well, there are lots of individuals who were as worried as I was. You know, people like Dr. Fauci.
Oh, yes, Dr. Demento. There he is, Dr. Fauci. That's how you say it. Thanks, Bill.
Who've been through various epidemics. And so when we had Ebola, Zika, SARS, MERS, we were lucky that they didn't transmit very easily.
No, we were lucky you didn't recommend shut us down, lock us in, lose our jobs, destroy the economy.
Weren't these respiratory viruses where somebody who's not very symptomatic and is still walking around can spread the disease in some cases to literally dozens of people. So the respiratory transmission, particularly because world travel is so intense, that's where I show the simulation in that speech and say, this keeps me up at night.
Yes, I bet it does. People, are you listening to this? This keeps me up at night. How do I sell more vaccines? I mean, how do I reduce the world's population? Have you ever heard of the Georgia Guidestones, people? You should Google that. I don't know who put them there. Nobody really knows who does. But I bet you Billy Boy, he's got a picture in his bedroom.
More than even war, which is no small thing. And yet, in terms of being systematic about, okay, let's run a simulation and see how would we reach out to the private sector for tests or ventilators, and what kind of quarantine would we do? And as we enter into this, we haven't practiced at all. And so you can see it's, every state is being forced to figure things out on their own. And
No, they're not, Bill. You are so disingenuous. Every state is following the CDC guidelines. Every state is following your little buddy, Dr. Demento. So, I mean, come on. I'll tell you what. I'm into the 3 minute and 35 second mark of a 22-minute video. People, your humble, fluid, and most flexible messenger does not have the stomach for this bullshit at this hour of the day. I'm sorry. I can't do it. We're going to have to end this video. Maybe he will be out and you haven't heard the last of the Voice of Terror, people. I'll track him down, but for tonight, no. Well, no, it actually isn't tonight, is it? It is the wee hours of the morning. Nevertheless, this video's run long enough. I think you get the gist of it. You gotta learn how to read between the lines, people. This guy is a master. But then he is the voice of terror. Now, I got stuff to do. I gotta make a list. Let's see. What am I not going to do today? Where am I not going to go? Hey, this When Pigs Fly Blue gives a guy a lot of time to get stuff done. You guys have a good day.